Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in to today's video. Just having a quick look at the very cool weather that's on the way for the weekend. It really does look as though we're in for some very cold weather indeed over the weekend for the time of year. Now obviously we're not going to be talking about severe cold weather. It is May after all. We're not going to be talking about widespread snow or anything like that, but it's certainly going to be unusually cold for the time of the year. So this is the ECMWF chart for Saturday the 5th of May, and we can see that what's happening here is we're bringing the trough down across the country as indicated by this kink in the isobars here. That's taking a band of rain or showers down across the country, and then behind that we're bringing in this very cool north or northeasterly airstream. And if we go through to the next chart, the 6th of May, this is Sunday, we can see that we've got this little trough here across the country, and that'll be still giving us the risk of showers. But the thing with this is that we really are bringing some very cool air in from the northeast. You can't really see this on this chart here, but if you have a look at the upper air temperatures, well, this tells us the story, because we are bringing in some very cold air into the north. This is the -5 line here, and in winter this is the line that we tend to look at in the upper atmosphere if we was trying to work out where snow is going to be. Anywhere behind this line in winter would be at risk of snow. Now because it's May, it's a bit more complicated than that, because the sun is much stronger and the air temperatures generally are a lot higher than they are in the winter. So to get snow you really need the air to be even colder than this away from higher ground. But certainly this line here is it's unusual to see this coming down across the country in May. It doesn't happen that often, and for northern parts of Scotland and the hillier parts of Scotland, and maybe even the hillier parts of northern England, there will be the risk of snow with this being behind this line as we go through the weekend, and certainly the risk of hard overnight frosts. Now having a look at the GFS model, it's painting a very similar picture. This is the chart for Monday the 7th of May, and again the suggestion here is that we've got shallow areas of low pressure around the country. So we're not looking at a deluge this weekend. I don't think it's going to be a washout weekend by any means, but certainly there could be showers around across many parts of the country. Showery rain really, and the air is cold, and that means that there could be the risk of some wintry showers over the higher ground of Scotland, and snow even on the hills and the mountains. This is the -5 850 line again. This doesn't come quite as far south as the ECM takes it, but even so it's coming down into Scotland and Northern Ireland behind that -5 line. So that is over the higher ground, outside the higher ground, where we have the risk of wintry showers. It's on lower ground, it needs to be even colder than this in May, because the air temperatures are quite warm. But even so, we are looking at wintry showers in the north, and generally very cool temperatures everywhere. I think many of us will be struggling to get into double figures over the weekend, and nighttime temperatures are going to be very cold. We'll have a look at the nighttime temperatures now. This is the minimum temperature forecast from the GFS model for Sunday morning, 6 o'clock on Sunday morning, and this is going for a widespread frost here right across the country. A very hard frost really. Temperatures down to -2, -3, there's a -6 there across some parts of northern England and North Wales. That really would be exceptionally cold for the start of May. You have to go right down to the extreme southeast, around these southeastern coasts, to find the temperatures above freezing. Now I think this may be a little bit overdone, these minimum temperatures. I'm not sure it's going to get quite as cold as this, but even so it is going to be unusually cold this weekend, and the frosts will be widespread and hard by night if the skies are clear. There's certainly the potential for that. This is the ensemble from the GFS model, and it's a bit difficult to just explain ensembles, but what you really need to know with this is that these lines here are indicating temperatures. So this line here is actually for just at the moment we're a little bit above average. The red line is where the average temperature should be, and that's the red line there. We're a bit above average with these lines at the moment, so the temperatures are actually a little bit higher than they should be. But look how they drop once we get to the weekend, and we're going right way down towards -5. We're staying there for quite a few days actually. We can see this line here stays below average for quite a long time, and it's not until we get towards the middle of May, but it finally starts to pick up and we get back towards average. So this is going indicating that the temperatures are going very low indeed over the weekend, as we've already seen, and well below average, and it is going to stay pretty chilly for some time. And if these lines down here are indicating where there's going to be precipitation, we can see that the precipitation forecast is going for this right the way through. Really, there's lines going along here right the way through, so we are looking at probably quite a bit of unsettled weather right out to the middle of May. And certainly with this cooler than average weather here along these lines, we have got precipitation as well, so that would indicate it's going to be a particularly cold and showery, or at times even wet spell coming up. And if you have a look at the 500 millibar height anomaly charts finally for 8 to 10 days time, so this is taking us out towards the middle of May. We can see that the USMWF is keeping it unsettled across many parts of British Isles. Trough there is indicated by these blue colours, very similar for the GFS as well. So we really are looking at a very cool and unsettled spell coming up. In fact, not just cool but cold, I would say, over the weekend. Certainly cold for the time of the year. Widespread night frosts and even some wintry weather in the north. It's going to be unusually chilly and cold. Come back tomorrow, I'll be doing the 5-day forecast. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.